Welcome back. Now that we have seen how do we record and play back a script, also got some understanding on console and results view, we will now see some of the record and playback settings that we can do in OpenScript. We have these settings under the menu view OpenScript preferences. So under this we have four sections: general, record, playback, and step groups. So today I'll tell you some of the settings which are quite important for us. First thing, under general, we have maximum number of results to save. Like when I was explaining in the previous video, a new result row gets added every time, right? So how many number of results do you want to save basically? So that is what this number is. Record and playback port range. So when OpenScript basically records and playbacks some of the scripts, for some like maybe load testing and all, there will be a ports on which it wants to execute. So it will pick up any random port in these numbers, between these two numbers. So another one here, ask to open a copy of the script. Do not allow opening a copy of the script. So generally when we are working on a real-time project, there may be cases where multiple team members want to work on the same script, but OpenScript does not allow to edit the same script at once by multiple users. The first option tells you that ask to open a copy of the script, which means it will create a copy and then it gets opened. The other option is it will not allow opening a copy of the script. Okay, so there are some more settings here which are a little self-explanatory. The next one is browsers. So browsers is one of the other important options we have to know. So when we are recording a script, when you observed when we were doing the record video course, it has automatically launched Internet Explorer. The reason is because in this particular setting it says record should happen on Internet Explorer. If you want to change, you can change and set for whichever browser you want to do. So if you want to record a particular script in Firefox, you have to select Firefox in this particular record option. And then when you click on record button, it launches the Firefox browser instead of Internet Explorer. Similarly, we can select Chrome as well. And even for playback, we have this option. And actually in playback, we have couple more browsers, which is Safari in iOS Simulator and Microsoft Edge. So there's no recording option available on these two browsers, but there's an option to play back a script. Like for example, you can create a script in Internet Explorer. I mean, record the script using the Internet Explorer, but you can check on Microsoft Edge by playing it back. So even when Chrome was first introduced into OpenScript, I mean the compatibility, they started with the ability to play back in Chrome, and later they have introduced recording facility as well in Chrome. So I'm assuming they might be bringing the recording facility in these two browsers as well. Let's wait and see. And then the startup timeout is like, what is the maximum time you have to wait to start up the browsers. So these are all not much of use. We are more focused on record and playback. So next is record. Here it says, do you want to show the external toolbar while recording? That is the toolbar which I was showing earlier. If you click on this, it will show, it will ask, it is basically to tell that whether you want to see that external toolbar or not. And even the think time, which I was explaining, like the gap that a human takes while interacting on the web applications during the record time, whether you want OpenScript to record those think times or not can be controlled with this checkbox. So if you enable or check this checkbox, OpenScript will not record those think times. I think this is one of the good thing to do. And whenever you make changes, make sure you click on apply. And then we'll see web functional. Okay. So some of the settings in web functional. The reason why we are seeing web functional and web functional is this particular project is created for automation of a web-based applications. So that is why we are seeing options related to web. You can also see the complete options like for all the applications. I will show you, but let's finish this on the web functional. So here for the record, we have options like always launch a new browser when recording a different script. So whenever we click on record button, whether you want to launch a new browser is decided with this checkbox. And when you're recording a different script, basically. And then the other options are capture screenshots. So here it says like during the record, like if you want to have the open script to capture the web browser whenever you are recording, that is what I was showing you earlier, that in every wait for page statement on the details pane, that is in this pane, we were able to see the screenshot of the browser. So that is controlled using this checkbox. It also says only you want to capture the content or the entire screen, that you can select. And then you want other things like, do you want to capture HTML, URL, frames, ignore auto page? These are not so much important, but yes. And then record, wait for page actions. Yes, obviously we need this. That is how we actually attain the proper synchronization, recording mouse clicks and all. These are all common things. Okay, and then we'll go to playback. So in playback, we have something called VU pacing, think time. Like when we were recording, we were also recording the think times. So that think time during playback can be altered. So this is one of the setting which says if you are using recorded, which means, for example, in the real time when you actually record, if you have paused for 5 seconds or 10 seconds or more than 15 seconds, the same amount of time will also be paused when you actually play back the script. So that is why it is recorded. And sometimes it can be random. We can choose either of these, and then no delay. When we say no delay, it means that all the think times, wherever it is available, they will not, that particular statement will not be executed at all. So when your script actually becomes quite stable, you can use no delay. And if you are going for view pace think time, we also can set what can be the minimum and the maximum amount of time the open script can wait during the playback. That is, for example, in think, I'll show you here. So there is a think here, right? Think statement. Now, if you see, there is think for 5.6 seconds. This is think for 1.6 seconds. There can be think for, okay, see here, there is 21 seconds. So this is maybe because the user was thinking what to do, and the entire 21 seconds got recorded. So what we can do is in this setting, we say that though the recording has 21 seconds, it has to wait for maximum of 10 seconds. So irrespective of what is there in the code, OpenScript will check the setting here and then waits only to max of 10 seconds. That is, even if there is a think time of 21 seconds, during playback, it will not wait for more than 10 seconds because that is the value we have given here in the playback settings. Reserve variables between iterations. So sometimes we use variables that will be explained during the scripting. Do you want them to be preserved while iterations is what it is asking. So you can If you want to preserve, you can check the checkbox. And then execute user-defined test is not much important. Multiple playback warning is like, if same script is being executed multiple times, then it will throw a warning for you, so it will be more understandable. Error handling. So this we will understand one by one in the when we go to the next steps. And then there's one more important thing here. It's called system maximum GVM heap size. So if in case when you're working with OpenScript and it shows a little slowness, you can actually increase this. Make sure you give a value of 2 power n. That is like it can be like 256, it can be 512, something like that. Don't give any random numbers, and make sure you do not give too much value here. It might even crash. So I would say for a good laptop with 8 GB RAM or 16 GB RAM, you can go till 1024 MB. That's what I would say. JVM arguments. So basically, if you want to have some additional logging and if you're aware to give certain arguments, you can pass them here in this particular text area. Now we go for web functional, playback of web functional. So here we have object timeout. So when OpenScript is actually playing back the script, it will first try to identify an object and then perform operation on that particular object. So sometimes due to the sync time, like if the page is getting loaded slowly or the object is getting refreshed, it might take some time and object may not be in an editable mode or in an accessible mode. So what OpenScript does is it can wait till maximum of 60 seconds, and then if the object is still not in a proper state, it will fail the script. But if this object is in an accessible state before 60 seconds, it will perform the operation and goes to the next step. Okay. This value you can change as per your need, like based on your application. Sometimes the applications are hosted on a very low power, hardware. So maybe in those cases you may have to give more time for the object timeouts. Capture. So during the playback, do you want to capture the screenshots or not? So if you remember, I showed you how to view the screenshots in a recorded script. I will also show you how the screenshots are captured during playback as well. There is something called delay time for capture screenshot. Generally, when you take a screenshot, it is better to wait for a certain amount of time. So you can set that here as well. By default, it is 500. Most of the times, you need not, worry about it. Browser. So do you want to launch a new browser when playing back a different script? Yes, most of the times it is correct. If you want to hide the browser during playback, you can check this. And at the end of the playback, if you want to close the browser, you can check this. Browser log level, there are different types of logs. If you want to print it out, you can select. And few more settings here for cache. Generally, when we run scripts on browsers, we see some cache problems, loading the old content and all those things. So Ports has given as an option whether you want to clear the cache at various situations. That is either before playing back or between checking between each iterations, and even the session cookies can also be cleared. Okay. Object identification. So OpenScript works on a basis to interact on any object by identifying it. So OATS has a mechanism as how to identify an object. So if you want some advanced options, you can check with, use XPath with Smart Match is one of the most frequently used, or else just use the XPath. I'll tell you what is XPath in the next sessions. And also, how do you want to, when it comes to Smart Match, what are the different kinds of match format you want? Don't worry, I'll be explaining this in later sessions. Okay. Capture entire screen on fail. This is one of the other important option. Whenever you're playing back a script and your script fails at particular locations, you may want to take a screenshot at that particular location. It will help you to debug as what exactly or at which location actually the script has failed. Okay, so these are some of the major record and playback settings. I will also show you how we can see the screenshots in the playback. So that, which means when we execute the script, it takes a screenshot for every wait for page. As we have seen in the recorded, it is the same in the playback as well. So let's see where it is. Here, if you can see, wait for page. Let's see here. There's a screenshot. Click on screenshot. You can see here the screenshot has been taken. So this is actually the real-time screenshot. That is, when it is executing, it will take a screenshot and gives a link here. I think it's quite amazing. This is one more. So here it has entered OATS compatibility and then entered. So you got the search results here. Similarly, for every wait for page, you'll have that. Okay. I think we have got some good understanding on the record and playback settings. Thank you for watching. We will be diving into the next section.